Hey everyone, it's Mariah Callaghan, and I wanted to make a video about Instagram because I get a ton of messages every day about Instagram and people wanting some advice on it. So I figured making a video would be the easiest way to do that. I'm by no means an expert. I'm still learning it myself just through trial and error and studying people who are successful with it, but it's definitely a work in progress, and I'm happy to share whatever I know. So the biggest thing is once you get your Instagram, immediately you want to start branding yourself as a person, not as a business on Instagram. And what I mean is in your bio, you want to tell people about you, not just about what you do for a living or the company that you represent. You want to tell them, things that you enjoy or that you're a mom of 3 or whatever the case may be, not just, oh, come buy this from me, because people aren't on Instagram necessarily, to go shopping. I mean, there's a lot of businesses on Instagram, but people go there to relax and, see things that they enjoy. So it's really about making your profile personal, just, from day one. Another way to do that is for every business post that you make, you want to make like 4 other posts that have nothing at all to do with your business. But you want to make them things that you enjoy. So I like interior decorating and traveling and that kind of thing. So I will make one post about It Works, and then I'll post a picture of like a cute living room that I like, or a pair of shoes that I found, or a hairstyle I want to try. And surprisingly, you would think that it wouldn't be the case, but surprisingly, the less you post about your business, the more people are actually going to be interested in it, because they're more likely to come to your profile and see what else you posted that is interesting to them. So if they go to your profile and see only before and after belly pictures from a wrap, they're probably not going to be very interested. I mean, I love the wraps and I love It Works, and honestly, I wouldn't be interested in that either. If I go to a profile, though, that has a ton of different things, and then maybe here and there is a business post, I'm going to, be more likely to follow them and continue to follow them, because it's actually something that interests me, that I want to see again. So that's definitely key, is variety. You don't want to be shoving your business down people's throats in a cold market where they don't know you, and they're not gonna care that you're so excited about the wraps. They're gonna be like, oh, next, unfollow. So that's definitely so important. And be creative. It can be anything that you're interested in. If you like to ride your bike, or you like to go shopping, or you have a dog, incorporate it. Just make it personal to you, because people are gonna know when you're being genuine or not. But definitely just don't overwhelm people with the same cliche posts over and over and over and over again, because that's really gonna turn people off to your profile and to the company that you're representing, honestly. I usually post 12 to 15 pictures a day, which sounds like a lot, but if you think about doing it every hour while you're awake, it's not really too bad. I like to post every hour that I'm awake a different picture. Like I said, I usually do like one business post for every 4 pictures. So usually it only ends up being like 3 or 4 It Works pictures in a day, and then the rest are just things that I enjoy. So on the hour, every hour, I post a picture. I follow 60 new people, and it can be really anybody. I go to a page, that might be in my target market, or that might have, people that would be interested in what I have to offer. And then I go to their followers and just follow down the list, 60 people. And then I also go to my profile and click on the people I'm following, and I unfollow 60 people. And then I also have an app called Just Unfollow. It might be different on your phone, but you can unfollow 60 people on there and 60 people on Instagram every hour. So I really recommend doing that, because then you're following 60 and unfollowing 120, and it keeps you under the limit of 7,500 people that you can be following, because you don't really want to get close to that limit, because that's how you're getting new followers, is by following new people. And if you're consistently doing this every hour, honestly, you're not going to be losing followers. You're still going to be getting them. I usually get a couple hundred followers a day. Well, it depends. Anywhere from 100 to 300 new followers a day by consistently doing this every hour. And then I also check my direct messages every hour, because I don't get a notification for it for some reason, but people on Instagram tend to be pretty impatient. So I try to get back to people as soon as I can if they've direct messaged me. And for those of you who don't know, if you go to the home button on your Instagram, there is a tab at the top right hand side for direct messages. So people can send them to you, and you can send them to people as well. To send them, you just select a picture that you want to send them. So if somebody asks me about a product, I'll send them a picture of the product, or like a before and after, or something to do with that. Or if they just have a general question, just send them like a cute background or something. And then you type in your message, and you type in who you're sending it to, and just click the check mark and send it off. I have a lot of people ask me when I contact people on Instagram. I don't direct message people unless they comment on one of my posts. I have had people that have liked every single picture since I started posting on Instagram, just every single one without fail, that I haven't direct messaged, because Instagram is a cold market. You don't want to be pushy. So I like to only contact people that contact me first in some form. So if somebody comments on my hair, skin, nails picture and wants more information, then I would direct message them. Generally what I like to do is I screenshot their comment so that I have their name to write down on my follow-up list, and then I will send them a direct message after I delete their comment, because you don't want somebody coming along to your profile and seeing that that person was interested and then try to steal your potential customer, because Instagram is a cold market. So people don't know you personally, so they're just as likely to order from you as they are from another person. So I always do that just to be on the safe side. I hope there's not a lot of people out there that really go to other people's profiles to take their customers, but I'm sure that it happens. So I do that, and then after I direct message people, I try to get them to text me or call me, because it's so much more personal than just some Instagram account that they're talking to. If they can hear your voice, they're going to realize you're a real person. You can answer their questions and build a relationship, and that's really important, that people realize that you're not just what you're selling, you're more than that. So I try to get them on the phone or text if possible. I have a lot of people ask, what do I say to people when I get a hold of them? And honestly, I try to keep it so simple. I generally will send them a first message that says, "Hi, how's it going? Are you still interested in whatever they had asked about or whatever they had commented about?" And then each of the messages after, if they have questions for me, I answer them. I try to answer them in like one sentence, 2 max per question that they have. And then I always try to end my message back to them with another question to keep the conversation going. So if they ask about the hair, skin, nails, and they ask for the price, I'll give them the price and say, this is the price as a loyal customer, and this is the price as a retail customer. Would you like more information about how you can get the cheaper pricing? And that way they have an incentive to keep talking to me. I definitely do not suggest going to other people's profiles and spamming them with comments about your business, because that's a really fast way to get your account blocked or get you blocked from commenting or anything. People are not going to order from you if you go to their page and say, "Hey, I have this great wrap, you should try it," and it was a post about nothing that had to do with your business whatsoever. I generally don't even spend a lot of time on other people's profiles, because I'm on Instagram for my business. So my focus is getting people to come to me and to my page and interact with my posts, not necessarily me going to interact with theirs. So that's been mainly my focus. And I've noticed that since I started consistently posting like day in and day out, just 12 to 15 times a day, my interaction has gone up a ton. Every hour when I get on, I generally have at least 30 new followers and a handful of comments and 100 likes on my pictures in just the hour since I had last been on. So I think keeping your content interesting and just being consistent is so key, because if you're posting 3 times a day, your post will probably stay in someone's newsfeed for 3 or 4 hours before it's bumped down by everybody else's posts. So if you're posting every hour on the hour, you're refreshing your page in people's minds, and you're also reaching new people, because Instagram is global. Like, you can reach people in Australia or any other country out there that's in a totally different time zone than you. So if you're posting at noon your time, it could be midnight someone else's time, or you just, every hour of the day that you can post, there's going to be people that are going to be seeing that post that are online. So definitely just as often as you can without being annoying. You want to be on Instagram following, posting, and unfollowing, and then answering questions. It's important to respond to comments that you get, whether that's directing them to take an action, like to text you or to check out your site, or answering their questions. It's really important that you don't just ignore your followers, because you want to be able to keep the followers that you do have on top of getting the new ones. Let's see what else. I didn't even make a list for this video, so I'm kind of just winging it. Hashtags are another thing that are really important. You can use 30 per picture, and you want to make the most of them. I far too often see people use the same exact hashtags on every single picture that every other rep in their whole business is using. And what that means is somebody is going to go search for a hashtag, and there's going to be like 1 million results, and yours probably is not going to be one of the top results. So definitely get creative. I know a lot of people in It Works seem to target just moms and women and things, or gyms, which is great, but there's so many more people out there. I have a lab puppy, so when I post pictures of him, I'm gonna tag everything I can that has to do with dogs, because there's probably dog owners out there that would love this wrap, as well as seeing pictures of my dog. So I will make hashtags about my dog if I post a picture of him, or if I post a picture of my neighborhood or something in my town that I really like. I'll tag I'll tag local things, like do hashtag Spokane, hashtag Airway Heights, hashtag Pacific Northwest, or whatever else is gonna get people in the same area as me to come check out my page, because they're gonna be like, oh, another local person, or I recognize that place. So just switch it up. There's just billions of possible hashtags out there, and to just use the same ones over and over is just, it's silly. It's such a waste, because then you're reaching the same people that everybody else is. So definitely keep it interesting, and that really plays in with the posting varied pictures too, because then you have so much more potential than if you're only posting pictures of wraps. People probably aren't going to go on Instagram and search for It Works, so you don't want to waste a hashtag on hashtagging It Works. Probably the only people you're going to reach that way are other distributors wanting to check out your profile. So that's another thing. I really recommend that you block all other distributors if you're with It Works. If somebody is coming to your profile just to check it out, and they go to the people that you are followed by, and they start following them, if you have other It Works distributors following you, this person that could be a potential customer or loyal customer is now going to be following you, as well as a couple other It Works distributors. So there's nothing that's going to make them specifically come to you versus another distributor to order, if they ever decide they want to order. So I definitely recommend blocking all other It Works distributors. It's nothing personal. It's not a trust thing. It's not, because you don't want to be one team, one mission. It's just strictly a business move because it's a cold market on Instagram. On Facebook, you have your friends and your family that know you personally. So, of course, if they want to order, they're going to come to you. But on Instagram, if you don't stand out from any other distributor, you're just gambling basically with your potentials if you have a bunch of other distributors following you. So I would really recommend just blocking them if you see them. And again, it's nothing personal. Let's see what else. I know I have so many more. I should have made notes here. Trying to think of some of the frequently asked questions I get. I'm drawing a blank. I guess basically just keeping it super simple. When you talk to people, don't word vomit all over them. Just keep it simple and answer their questions. Make it personal. Make your profile personal and professional. Oh my gosh, my biggest pet peeve on Instagram is when I see people posting horrible pictures, like terrible quality. There is no reason in the entire universe that your profile should have low quality images. Your profile is a business. Even if it's online, treat it like it's, a business that people are going to be walking into. What are they gonna see when they first come in? Because if they see images that look like they were taken by a toddler or that are blurry or grainy looking, that's not attractive. That's not gonna draw their attention. I just can't believe how many times I see people post pictures that are such bad quality, because you can go to Google and look up hairstyles and there's going to be a billion, images to use. Why would you choose the one that's not going to be of high quality? It just blows my mind. So I really recommend that everybody kind of go to your profile and see, try to see it through the eyes of someone else, or have a friend, give you an honest opinion of what they think when they look at your profile for the first time. You do not want it to look unprofessional. You want it to look like a business page. And that's another reason that designing your own graphics is so nice, because then you can make them high quality and you know that they're going to be unique because you made them. Nobody else is going to make a picture exactly like yours. But I'll have to do a video on graphic designing some other time. So just make it professional and treat it like a business, because it is. And if you're treating your business like a business and working it daily, it's going to pay you like a business. But if you're just working it like a hobby in your spare time here and there, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And I've never had a hobby that paid me, let alone very good. So definitely just be consistent, be professional, keep it simple, be the profile, that you would like to follow. Just ask yourself, is this something that I would want to see in my newsfeed? And, go from there. It's all trial and error. What works for someone else might not work for you, but, it's important to get your own routine and, just keep trying until you find something that works for you. One last thing before I wrap it up, because this is a lot longer than I expected. Keep a list of all your potentials that you get. Anybody that you have a conversation with about the products or the opportunity is a potential. You want to make a list and write down details, make it personal. So when you follow up with them, you can, tell them, that you were wanting to follow up with them about this specific product that they asked about, and see if they were still interested or if they had any other questions. And, write down their name or their Instagram name or their phone number or however they contacted you. Just write it down on your list and write down the date that they contacted you, and never, ever, ever throw that list away, because, it could be 2 years from now that somebody wants to order, or that it's the right time for them to join the business because they just lost their job. It's never too late to get a potential loyal customer or potential distributor to sign up. So it's just a matter of when the timing is right for them. And we don't really have the room to say that we know when the time is right or not right for them. that is ultimately up to them. So it's your job to follow up with them. Don't be annoying about it. Don't do it like every day, but maybe the first time do it after 2 weeks, and then, write that down that you tried to contact them, and then 2 months, don't let it be like a year later that you contact them, because they've probably fallen off the face of the earth or already ordered it from someone else. But just never throw away your list. I had a distributor that she had a list of a couple hundred people, and she messaged me one day to say that she threw it away because she was tired of following up with people and she didn't want to bother them, so she was going to start fresh. And I just think that's crazy, because every person on there could be your next rock star. That could be your next teammate that just blows the business out of the water and promotes, to diamond and above super quick. You just never know. So it's so important to not give up on anybody and not write them off. Or just not give up in general. This business is absolutely amazing.